Assalamualaikum and very good morning to my beloved lecturer and friends. First of all, I would like to thank our beloved lecturer Puan Nur Maizan binti Abu Bakar for giving us a guide to complete the assessment. So before we start, I would like to introduce myself and who I work with. So starting from me, my name is Alif Amir Adli bin Hisham. My matric number is 01DK821F1094, and we have Nur Sarah Liana binti Nur Azizi. Her matric number is 01DK81F1084. And for the second member, we have Nur Syafiqah Zahira binti Muhammad Nasir. Her matric number is 01DK821F1106. And for the last one, we have the one and only Muhammad Nasrul bin Muhammad Khairi. His matric number is 01DK821F1073. Okay, so here's some of the topic that we will present to all of you. So let's get started. Okay, so I will go first for the introduction. So what is total station? A total station is an electronic instrument used in a modern surveying and building construction that uses electronic transit theodolite in conjunction with electronic distance meter. It's called EDM. It also integrated with microprocessor, electronic data collector and storage system. So the instrument is used to measure sloping distance of object to the instrument, horizontal angle and vertical angles. This microprocessor units enable for computation of data collected to further calculate the horizontal distance, coordinate of a point and radius level of points. So data collected from total station can be downloaded into computer or laptop for further processing of information. And total station are mainly used by land surveyor, civil engineering, either to record features as in topographic surveying or to set out features such as road, house and boundaries. They are also used by archaeologists to record excavation and by police, crime scene investigator, private accident reconstructionists and insurance companies to take measurement of scenes. Okay, so for the theory, traversing is that type of survey in which member of connected survey lines from the framework and the direction and length of the survey lines are measured with the help of an angle measuring instrument and a tape. When the line form a circle which ends at the starting point, it is known as a closed traverse. If the circle ends wherever it is said to be an open traverse. So the closed traverse is suitable for locating the boundaries of lakes, ground, city map and anything else. And for the survey of large areas where open traverse is suitable for surveying a long narrow stripe of land as required for a road or canal or the coastline. So the main principle of traverse is that a series of the straight line are connected to each other and the length and direction of each line are known. The joints of 2 points of each line is known as a traverse station, and the angle at any station between two consecutive traverse legs is known as a traverse angle. So next I will tell you about the objective, what we will achieve after we done the assessment. So first, we can know the advantage of bearing and their use in various survey works. Number two, we will be familiar with the checks and error in a closed traverse and solve them. Number three, we be familiar with various type of methods of traverse surveying for detailing. And the last one is to know well about the traverse computation and be fluent in it. That's all from me. Thank you.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Sarah Liana binti Nur Azizi and matrix number is 01DK821F1084. In this slide, I will present use of equipments. First one is prism. Prism is a target total station in determining the angle and distance. Next is tripod. A surveyor's tripod is a device used to support any one of a number of surveying instruments such as theodolites, total stations, levels or transits. Third equipment is prism pole. The usage of prism pole is to measure the elevation of an existing ground or grade by using a side level, which is important if you want to get an accurate result. The fourth one is electronic distance measurement or EDM, used to measure both vertical and horizontal angles and the slope distance from the instrument to a particular point. Besides, Measuring tape is used to measure the distance between 2 points. The last one is picket. Wooden pickets are used as survey station markers. Next, I will explain about fieldwork procedure. First, we need to set up fieldwork of the item 2 to 1, 3 and 4. The second step is to record the face left horizontal reading, which is station 2, and short to the backside station, which is station 1. Next, turn the instrument and side foresight station at station 3. Fourth, record the face left horizontal reading station 2 to foresight station, that is station 3. To maintain the position of the total station and prisms, repeat steps 2 to 4 as well as transit the instrument from face left to face right. And last, move the instrument to the next station.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nasrul bin Makhiri. My matric number is 01DKA21F1073. Okay, next I will explain about analysis and data calculation. Okay, first we got data collection. So at the first we got line 1 to line 2. The first bearing is 60 degree, 30 minute and 00 second. The distance is 67.622. And then line 2 to line 3, the bearing is 125 degree, 45 minute and 20 second. The distance is 78.409. And then the line 3 to 4, the bearing is 199 degree, 18 minute and 40 second. The distance is 83.212. And then line 4 to 5, the bearing is 277 degree, 06 minutes and 10 second. The distance is 52.811. And the last one we got line 5 to line 1 back. The bearing is 333 degree, 70 minute and 10 second. And the distance is 94.645. So the total distance we got 376.699. Okay, next how to define latitude and departure. So the formula given for latitude is distance cos bearing and departure distance sin bearing. So how to calculate? Okay, first we find the latitude first. So the distance 67.622 cos the bearing 60 degree, 30 minute, 00 second. So we got 33.299 at the positive. Okay, and then we find the departure. So departure distance 67.622 sin bearing 60 degree, 30 minute, 00 second. And we got also positive, which is 58.855. And then next we go to line 2 to line 3. So also the same formula, which is to find latitude first. The distance is 78.409 cos the bearing 125 degree, 45 minutes and 20 second. And we got the negative, which is 45.817. And then to find the departure 78.409 the distance sin bearing 125 degree, 45 minutes 20 second. And we got positive 630. Okay, and the others also we use the same formula. We also use latitude distance cos bearing, while departure distance sin bearing. And we calculate until we got all the total. So when we got the total, we take the total latitude positive minus total latitude negative. So at here it has 124.372, which is positive latitude, and we minus the negative latitude 124.347, and we got 0.025. Okay, for departure, positive 122.485 minus the negative 122.470, and we got the total 0.015. Okay, next I will explain about how to calculate the linear mesh closure. Okay, linear mesh closure equal to square root 0.025 square plus 0.015 square over 376.699 equal to 3.318 times 10 power negative 4, and we got the answer is 0.0003. Okay, and lastly I will explain about how to fill in the form latitude and departure. Okay, first at the form we have line, bearing, distance, latitude, departure, final latitude, final departure, and coordinate. Okay, at the first we usually add the fill in the line column, bearing column, and distance column, and then also we fill the latitude column and departure column. Okay, after we fill the form, we find how to calculate the final latitude and final departure. Okay, the formula to find the final latitude and final departure is distance over total distance times the difference latitude and the difference of departure. Okay, for example, first we take the distance 67.622 over the total distance 376.699 times the different latitude, which is 0.025, and then we got the final latitude 33.295. And then how to find the final departure? We take the distance 67.622 over total distance 376.699 times the different departure 0.015, and then we got 58.852. Okay, next example, we take the distance 78.409 over 376.699 times the different latitude 0.025, and then we got the final latitude is 45.822, and then the final departure is 63.627. Okay, how we get it? First we take 78.409 over 376.699 times the different departure 0.015, and then we got the 63.627. Okay, and then we calculate until we got all the total final latitude and final departure. Okay, next I will explain about the coordinate. Okay, the coordinate, we have two column, which is north or south column and east or west column. Okay, for north and south we also call latitude, and east or west we call it departure. Okay, first we fill in the form 500 for north or south and 500 for east or west based on the question given. Okay, and then we settle it. For the first, we settle the north or south column. Okay, 500 we minus we final latitude 33.295, and then we got 466.705, and then we plus 45.822 and we got 512.527. And then we plus again 78.537, we got 591.063. And then we minus 6.526, and then we got 584.537. And then we minus 84.537, and the last we got the 500. Okay, next how to calculate the is always. Okay, first 500 plus 58.852, and then we got 558.852, and then we plus again with 63.627, and then we got 622.479, and then we minus with 27.521, we got 594.985, and then we minus again with 52.408, we got the 542.550, and then we minus 42.550, and then we got the answer is 500. Is the same with the top and the bottom. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Syafika Zahira binti Manasir. My metric number is 01DK21F1106. I would like to continue our presentation to present a comment and conclusion. A travel is balanced by applying correction to latitudes and departures. This is called balancing a traverse. In case of closed traverse, the algebra sum of latitudes and departures must be equal to 0. Next, bodies is the most popular method for balancing errors. This body rules method is used when angles and distance has some errors. The bodies rule, also termed as the compass rule, is mostly used to balance traverse when linear and angular measurements are equally precise. By this rule, the total error in latitude and departure is distributed in proportion to the length of the traverse leg. It is the most common method of traverse adjustment. Conclusion. A traverse has been defined as a series of connect straight lines whose lengths and variance can be determined. The lines are known as leg and the points of the lines as station. The location of each station must be exceed than 13 meter to gain the accuracy of the value by the distance of each station, which we got is approximately 30 meter. By doing this task, we got some experience that is important for our application in our future undertaking. Member contribution. We all contribute ideas to the team on how effective the discussion was. We achieved good job outcomes after working together to complete this task. We assign work to each member in an appropriate way. My teammates are quite helpful and there were no obstacles while doing this task. It runs very smoothly and well. We discuss it together if we did not understand something, especially the calculation, and we solve it well. Our task has been complete. That's all for us. Thank you for listening.